Fires slowly burn at large grain silos in Beirut, and first responders can only watch.
This is the same site where just 2 years ago a blast rocked Lebanon, killing hundreds and injuring thousands. The silos now loom over the site of the tragedy, and the renewed flames a fresh reminder of its devastation.
When we see the fire, we are reminded of the tragedy that took place on August 4th, said Kayan Atles, who lost his brother in the blast. It's a very disturbing sight, and there is a sense of pain. Nearly 2 years ago, an explosion at the port killed more than 200 people and injured thousands of others. It caused immense infrastructure damage and ignited growing calls of government corruption, as the grain in the silos had been sitting next to unsupervised nitrous for years. It was just the latest in a string of failures to hit the country, compounded by fuel and food shortages and an economic meltdown that has made it nearly impossible to withdraw your own money from the bank. The blast acted as a spark that spurred protests and calls for leadership to be removed. But so far, no one has been held accountable. Meanwhile, the silos withstood the force of the blast and for years remained a reminder of the tragedy. This April, however, the government ordered their demolition due to safety risks, as a collapse could harm nearby homes and businesses and impede the ongoing blast investigation. But efforts to demolish the site were suspended amid calls by relatives of those killed that they be preserved as a memorial site, according to a report by the AFP. And it wasn't long afterwards that fire started burning at the site due to fermentation of the remaining grain, along with the rising summer temperatures. Any new attempts to put out the flames are likely to cause the silos to collapse, officials warn. We ask to proceed with caution so that we don't make a wrong decision, either carrying out a demolition without justification or letting the fires continue, said Aman Salam, Lebanon's outgoing economic minister. If the fires continue, sooner or later they will consume the grains and empty the silos of their contents, which could cause partial collapse to the section that we know has more of a risk of falling than the other. Government officials are now exploring options to put out the fire without knocking the silos over. The situation is both tricky and complicated, Salam said. Meanwhile, the flames have grown to symbolize the country's economic and political struggles as Lebanese are left helpless to watch from a distance.